Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Valagar Aloevain. Alright, so for this quest, it brings us back to our house Kundarak. So here on the map, let's make this a little bit bigger here. So we're towards the bottom of the pyramid, off in the corner. Quest giver named Shen Ko, and it is for Vaughn Part 2 or The Prisoner. So we're going to jump right in. Now when you first enter, you're in a small room. Nothing really special, and like as you saw, there was no note for adding a door, which is why we can't actually summon a hireling, because we're not actually in the quest yet. To enter the quest, you just talk to Mistress Orphine, and she ports you in. Now the quest here, we're essentially inside of her mind, and if you look right above our mini map here, it does state we're in the prison of the mind. And if we open up our giant map here, it's just a giant circular mess. I think it's supposed to be like kind of like a brain scan or something like that. But yeah. So from here, as you see, we're also in a giant barrier. Can't really go anywhere. All we can do is talk to Mistress Orphine. Once we do, she says to go find these 4 items: the mirror, the locket, the dagger, and a flower, and then she drops down her barriers. Now, there are 2 main directions to head, so you can head off in, that'd be northeast direction, or you can head off kind of southwest. I typically go southwest first. So for here, I want to come up. Now, when we approach this bridge, it is going to spawn in a beholder, so I just prepare. Now, there is a little trick to this, actually. So, if we don't immediately like run straight ahead, which is where we need to go, rather we kind of hug the wall here, kind of just hug the edge rather, jump across, we can actually sneak all the way to the back here to where the beholder is going to spawn, which is right here. I can summon my turret now. If I was to walk towards the bridge, I would hit that trip where it spawns them in, or we can spawn them in from where we're supposed to, which is back here. So this is what's supposed to happen here. You approach, and there he spawns in. Because we already have the turret up, he is going to kind of focus on that. Though, killing it quickly as low spawning. Now the chest he spawns here, it just has one of those items. Golden locket. Now, one thing a lot of people do not realize is these items, so here's the golden locket, they're actually equipable items that kind of have effects. So this one here gives you a +2 enchantment boost. I'll go through and show the rest as we get them. But yeah, it is. I do like that feature. Granted, you can't really keep them for long, but some of them have effects. Alright, so from here we want to head up to the ladder, which will actually put us in a giant maze. Now, there are a few traps in this maze, and I'll show you the path that I take here. So right from the wood platform here, I head all the way left and walk about halfway up here. So as you saw, we've got a control panel there. Sometimes there's also a control panel on this side here. So now that we did that, I'm gonna walk through. Yeah, there's also some enemies wandering around in the maze here as well. So now we're gonna head up and head to the control panel here. Disable that. And then I want to head back. So from here, again, right back at the wood platform, so we check the traps. Want to head right, go all the way to the end. And then here, I don't actually want to go down that long hall. Rather, I want to continue heading this way. This will grab our bookshelf. Then from here, you want to start heading down the long hall and make an immediate left. Now there can be a trap here as well. We didn't spot it, but this one is a spike trap that'll come up from the ground there. So just be aware of that. So then from here, so I'll just show you again quick path. So from the start, want to make an immediate right, go to the end, turn, make the first right, first left, and then follow this here. And that'll get you to this platform, which has the water and the bridge. Now there are two paths to take. So first I'm going to check for traps. There is a possibility of two traps, one at the top, one at the bottom, so we don't get the one at the bottom, we just have the one at the top. So the first path is to actually just hop right up onto the bridge, like that. No problem. If, however, you don't have that, as you can't really grab the side of the bridge here, doesn't let you. So it can sometimes be difficult. Don't worry about that. It's not the only way up. So from this bridge here, you want to head in the water and actually head up this path here. So opposite side, it's the only other wooden path. So you don't worry about getting that confused. So we're going to head up here. We're going to make our way around. So for here, to get to where we're trying to go, we want to make the immediate left here. Control panel, stop and grab that. Now we can head this way for a bookshelf. But we want to cross this set of spike traps. Which works our way around. Now again we have right here. Make it right. And again, there can be a spike trap right here. If there is, again, the box is right here. And that's the long way to get up. So I'm going to do that one more time just to show you guys. So this is where we enter in. You want to swim to the other one. Make a right. Then an immediate left. From here you want to make the left. And just kind of follow this path around. And it'll lead you back to the bridge. So whether you went around or you jumped up, you want to head south, cross the bridge, and just kind of follow this path here. I also want to point out the traps are only located in this maze. So if you have a trapper, they definitely need to come down the maze. I mean, the traps can just be run past. They're not too deadly. Some of them can be a pain, like that last one we got. That was a force trap. So it is kind of annoying. But again, you know, if you're quick enough and you have some self-healing, you can get through it just fine. Not an issue. Then we just want to continue all the way through. And on the top. And keep heading up. Now, for this part, there is a nice little trick to get a little extra experience for a little less effort. Now, this only works on the heroic version of this quest. The epic version of this quest, this fight is a little bit different. So, in heroic, you actually got to walk up and talk to Instagold. On epic, he is just an aggressive enemy. As well on epic, once you come down to the bottom here, it creates a flame jet in this kind of little, I don't know, small little trench here. A giant firewall, and it very, very painful. It used to be an insta-death kill, but because it starts like as soon as you start walking here, it got very difficult. One person would rush up ahead, step like 2 steps too far, insta-kill the rest of the party. So now it just, the last time I ran it, it didn't insta-kill. It did a lot of damage. It's definitely not recommended to stay there. Anyway, moving a little bit further up. So the trick here is if we talk to him, we can just tell him, like, it gives us some options here. So we need the mirror to free her from this place. Now we can try to, you know, bluff them or this, or we can attack them. So I use diplomacy to try and talk peacefully, and he doesn't immediately become aggressive. This lets us go through and kill the enemies here. Now he wants you to kill the methods. Regardless of what method you take, whether you choose to kill them right away or kill them later, either way you have to kill the methods. So again, I just peacefully talk to him, and then I take out the methods here. Favorite thing I love about methods: you kill them, chance of spawning another one. Alright, so once they're dead, so here's this kind of little throne room here. The chest in the corner is locked, and you cannot... Oh, you can pick the chest. Alright, don't bother with picking the chest, though. Once you clear that out, if you kill Instagold, he'll drop the key. If you cleared him out for him, and you talk to him, he will just give you the key. From here, use the key to unlock the chest, get your item. So here's the item here. This one allows you to cast Searing Light once. Again, nothing special, but hey, an effect. The other effect it has is once we pick it up, if we hadn't killed him, because you do get experience for killing him, if you just talk to him, you can actually talk to him again and show him himself in the mirror, and then he produces his own unique dialogue and basically kills himself, and it still gives you the experience, you know, kind of a 2-for-1. So the next part here, I actually kind of half cheat as well. Here's the key you get for killing him. So if you unlock the key, like unlock the chest, so you diplomacy him, he gives you the key. Then you pick the lock, you can actually open the chest, and then you can kill him again and end up with 2 keys. So, I mean, side notes, Easter eggs kind of thing. Not really an Easter egg, but interesting facts. So from here, where I actually aim for is through the blue, and I just kind of aim at that bridge right there. So for this, you do need a little bit of speed and a decent jump. If you don't have it and you don't make it, don't worry. If you fall, you don't die. I'll actually show you what happens after here. So we're gonna hop down here, right here, and we actually want to proceed towards this giant room. Now these creatures are annoying. They don't have a lot of hit points. In fact, they have very, very little hit points, these spiders. However, on hit, they drain your charisma, which can be very detrimental. Alright. So from there, up the ladder, and once you're at the top, there is a rubble to pick up, as you can see through the floor here. And then we got our flower, which is our third part. Now the blossom, where is that? There it is. As you see, immunity to fear trinket. Like, it's minor things, but bonuses. Alright. So this next bit, because we skipped this part here moving forward, when you first climb this ladder, it spawns in a few guys here. The stalkers there. As well, at the bottom of this ladder, there is another beholder. So I like to go this way because it provides me the protection so that he, one, doesn't debuff me, and two, just makes it easier to kill him. Once he dies, that's when the ladder's supposed to reappear. So as you approach, the ladder's there, then it disappears, spawns in the beholder, and then when he dies it reappears. Then you're supposed to climb up and go forward. Alright, so this is the first part of if we had gone to the, what was it, northeast from start here, so that path. The last path here, it's got some air jets.
Forceful winds threaten to send you off into the ether.
Now, they really will. If you end up hitting these jets, the trick is to kind of wait until they go off. And that's what these pillars here are for. Just kind of hide yourself behind them, move to the next one, wait, continue, so on and so forth. So we're gonna wait, continue. There you go. Now again, this part here, you can actually sneak around the edge. Kind of get up top here. If you do, again, nothing up here. So you can prepare yourself for a small little fight. As when you walk around the corner, it actually spawns in a third beholder. So it's kind of a little trick to get it in and around. Again, you can kind of go through this, not solid. Sneak right up here. From here, here's a shrine. This is the only shrine in the quest, so use it sparingly. I tend to use it after I've killed the 3 beholders, to get rid of any neg levels or anything like that, if I need it. Alright, so from here we need to go to the ladder. Now I do want to point out, as you approach, as you can see, get rid of that, it's not actually connected to the ground, so you do need to jump. We got the ladder bug, so we're going down. So hey, want to show you down here anyway. So as you fall, it will teleport you to this section here, which does have an elemental. Fountains, no, I don't remember that being in here. Like, look up, see it, look down, water's gone. So yeah, so kind of ports you into this room. It doesn't matter when you fall down here, it always spawns in that little guy. If it's too soon to the last time someone's killed it, he won't have respawned and you still got the portal out. The other thing I want to point in, if you are on the other side of this portal, so you're up against that wall, when you kill the spider, it will kind of trap you back there. You can still use Q and E to, you know, target and select the portal from the other side of the wall, which will still port you out. When you do go through these, though, I want to point out, one, it ports you back to the start of the quest, as well any of those items that you had picked up. So there's our mirror, our locket, and our flower. Any of the ones that you picked up spawn right back here at the start. So if you had any of them equipped, it does unequip them and puts them there. So let's run back and hopefully, well, I'll go a little bit quicker, and hopefully we don't get the ladder bug. Alright, there we go. So here, so the next one, as you see, we got a ladder straight across. So you just want to hop down. Now on that platform near where the ladder is, again, it's going to disappear on us. And when it disappears, it's going to spawn in 3 thoracic hounds. Once we kill all 3, or Thark, Thrak, there we go. Once we kill all 3, ladder's going to respawn. Now this one we actually get on from the other side here. And climb up. So at the top here, as soon as we kind of get in, We got a ladder there. As we approach that ladder, it is going to disappear. And we are going to have some ooze. Facebook message. We are going to have some ooze spawning and dropping down on us. Now, there are two ways to do this. We can either choose to fight the ooze, which there are 6, but it does take them a little bit of time to fall down. Or, if, I'll take him out quick. If we use the same technique that we used on that first beholder, we actually kind of come around the corner here. Again, we do need a decent amount of jump. We can actually hop up here, which will bypass that first ladder. Now it also gets rid of the second ladder here as well. So we can hop on these rocks and actually jump up there as well. Again, if you have the jump. Now it is a little bit more of a difficult jump. I'm just going to try and straight jump it here.
Green ichor drips down from the branches of a green.
Yeah, so there we go. So you can jump up and make it. Personally, I'm just gonna sit here and kill him because experience. But that's the way to do it. If you have enough jump, you can just hop right up. Gotta love invisible walls. So as you see, not a large amount of experience, but hey, experience is experience. When they die, drops down the ladders. And here we go. So here's where it gets a little bit harder to see. You want to hop up, and this section here, we gotta cross. Let's see if we can see it. We gotta cross this pillar. Now, if you run right away, you can actually get a little bit farther across. Now, if you're trying to figure out where's a safe spot, as it's really hard to see, there's no pillars. If you look carefully on the pillar itself, there's some X's. Those X's are safe points to stand. So we can go here, stand on our X, and we're in the middle. So that's the way and trick across this one. At the very end, we got our chest with our last item, wooden dagger. And again, wooden dagger, actually equipable item. Alright, from here, we can choose to head back around, or we can actually just jump off. Now, before I jump off, I do want to point out there is actually kind of a stuck spot. If you kind of come off the corner here, sometimes you can get stuck in the corner, so just be careful. They may have fixed it. I will say I haven't gotten stuck there coming off that corner in a long while, but it has happened. So finally, now that we got all 4 possessions, all we gotta do is return back to Mistress Aloevain and return them. So I'm gonna start with this. As we do, as you see, she spawns in this little shadow version of herself. We're actually going to have to fight the shadow. In Epic, instead of the shadow there, we actually fight these 4 that were behind her, and you fight them, kind of a shadowy version of them. So for here, I'm just going to drop down a turret to start. We're going to give her her last item. And there we go. Now, she has a nice deadly, there, disintegrate. She also has a pretty deadly lightning bolt that she casts. So just watch yourself. Once it's dead, quest complete. So as you can see, a little bit shorter. Could have run it a little bit quicker. From here, if you head south from the start, we got this section here. Normally there was a barrier. We can't actually go this way until you complete. Here they have 2 directions. So chest, collectible. Collectible is safe. The chest, however, is trapped. The trap box right behind the chest, and this trap doesn't go off until you loot the chest. And yeah, there we have it. That is the prisoner. So this is Vaughn 2. Generally not run as often as, for example, number 3 and 4. 3 and 4 are generally run fairly often. even being part of like the daily epic ones that you run for epic experience, as well as tokens and the like. All right. Once you're done, you're back in the little hut. Just head on out, and you can turn in the quest. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Have a good one, all.